Hey guys, it's Smitty. I'm bringing you my first edition of Things You Should Know, and if this goes over well, there might even be a second edition of Things You Should Know. Then you'll just be knowing all kinds of things that you should. So this one, obviously, as the title says, hip hop. I would like to preface it by first saying I am a white person. If that means that you do not respect my opinion on hip hop, then I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little out of my element here. Also, I'd like to talk about the gameplay for a second, because I realized in my first video I didn't really mention anything about it, but this is me using only a crossbow and free-for-all. So there's a bit of fails in it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you can't go a whole game with a crossbow and not miss thousands of shots. There's also a part where I think I kill myself by jumping off something, so I'm sorry about that. But so anyway, this is the hip hop edition. I'll be posting links in the video description. That way you don't have to write all this knowledge down. You can just scroll down a bit, hit the more info button, and I'll line everything up perfect for you guys, because that's just the kind of douchebag I am. But anyway, so the first guy I would like to tell you about is XV. Well, before I get into this, let me just say it's 4 in the morning right now. I'm leaving for the airport to go back to school in about 5 hours, so I'm gonna be mincing my words. Also, it's the day after New Year's, so I'm pretty out of it right now. But anyway, XV, first rapper I want to tell you guys about. He's also known as the kid with the green backpack, and the reason for this is when he was in school, he was in an honors program, sort of, and I'm gonna say this without being racist, because he said it in his video, so I'm allowed to say it myself, I think. But he was one of the only black kids in the honors program, so a lot of people didn't really know who he was, I guess, and he wore this green backpack, so everyone called him the kid with the green backpack, and it's sort of a symbol as to how he sort of didn't really fit in. He calls his fans and himself squarians, meaning that they don't fit in the circle. I think it's cheesy, not gonna lie, it's pretty cheesy, but I don't know, I think it's funny. It's relevant to us as people who play a lot of video games. I think we sometimes fall into that category. Sorry if I offend you by saying that, but that's just the way it is. And one of his mixtapes actually is called, I think it's called Planet Squaria. And then the cover of it, I'll post a link to this, but the cover of it is actually a video game. It's an Xbox game case. He's a big Xbox player, so I think it's extremely relevant to, Call of Duty. He has a song called Mirror's Edge, which was obviously inspired by the game Mirror's Edge. He has a song called Controller. And one of the reasons why I like him so much is he's really passionate about what he's doing. He released a mixtape called 40 Days and 40 Nights, where he added a new song every morning and every night for 40 days, so it's 80 songs. I think that's a little ridiculous, how many songs are on it. Obviously, some of them are not as good as others, so if you're just starting to listen to XV and you hear a song that, I don't know, doesn't sound so good, maybe not all that much effort was put into it. I mean, you gotta understand, the guy was releasing 80 songs in 40 days. That's absurd to think about, imagine, Drake doing that or something like that. It's ridiculous. And actually, the last song on the mixtape is called Achievement Unlocked. So, I think that's pretty cool. It's not many, and he raps about, Xbox all the time. It's great. Not many rappers will do that, so I think that's one of the things that makes him more relevant to this video, which is good, because most of the other people I'm going to talk about have nothing to do with this video, so at least this makes me feel a little bit justified. So that's the first guy, XV. He actually just signed with Warner Brothers, I think in July, sometime this year. So his first album, his first paid album, would be The Kid with the Green Backpack. It's supposed to come out sometime next year, so I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, after watching this, maybe listening to some of his stuff, you'll be pretty excited too. I don't know. So yeah, he's the first one. Second guy I want to talk about is Hoodie Allen. It's Hoodie Allen. I had to explain to my dad thousands of times last week that I was going to a Hoodie Allen concert, not seeing Woody Allen live. It's very annoying. But anyway, so Hoodie Allen is from Long Island. He's pretty much only known in New York right now, I guess, or largely known, at least on the East Coast, it seems like. Like, I went to a concert with my friend who actually goes to school with his younger brother, and they said, like, everyone at the concert was from this area of Long Island. But don't let that influence your opinion on him, because I'm from Westchester, New York, so I know we don't like Long Island very much. But not if you're from Long Island, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're awesome. It's just the rest of Long Island that we don't like. God, I'm sounding really offensive right now. I'm sorry. It's not Long Island. It's the fact that the people from Long Island that we tend to come in contact with seem to be a bit superficial. Now, I'm not saying you are Ron from Long Island. Ron? No one's named Ron anymore. But anyway, I'm just gonna stop. Forget any of that happened. Hoodie Allen is who we're talking about. He just released a mixtape called Pep Rally. It's available for free. I'll post the link to the download. I'll post some of the songs so you can check him out. He just graduated from UPenn last year, so he's a smart kid. And it definitely shows during his raps. I think a lot of, like the big thing now is making metaphors and all kinds of similes. I guess Lil Wayne kind of started that up. Drake does it a lot. And Hoodie has tons of them. I really like them because they're more like pop culture references. Sort of, like, the tons of sports. You can tell he's a huge sports fan. Like, and he mentions anything from, like, Matt Stover to Darrelle Revis to Charlie Batch. And if you have no idea who these guys are, I'm sorry, they're sports players. I think they were all football players, all the ones I mentioned. I wasn't paying attention. I don't really pay attention when I talk. But anyway, so I like him a lot. He's got plenty of pop culture references. I think he mentions Chelsea from Chelsea Lately. So if you're not a sports fan, maybe that's the kind of thing you're into. I don't really know who that is, but I mean, someone else. I was listening to the song and someone else says, "Oh, ha, that's funny. It's Chelsea." And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. But anyway, so I really like him. I'm looking forward to his second album. He's really good with the fans because he's like an up and coming artist. He does a lot of like Ustream stuff and it's cool to watch. One of them, he was actually producing a song for his new album, so it was cool to see like how the recording process actually works. Because I mean, I've never come close to making a rap song. Well, actually, that's not true, but I don't want to talk about that because it's not something I'm proud of. But it was cool to see how like professionals actually get their shit done, like go into the other room and how they have the editors outside listening to everything. I thought that was really cool. But so he's the second guy. The third, well, it's a group, are called Sweatshop Union. They're very, I don't know, I guess political, if you want to call it that. Not all their songs are, but they have like a lot of political undertones. Not like serious political things, like things that like you just, they're not like opinions, they're more like facts, like talking about, well, I don't know, just take the name of the band, like Sweatshop Union, like think about like, some sweatshop in an Asian country and trying to form like a workers union, like stuff like that, like human rights, I guess, is a better way of putting it than political. And I don't know, I really like a lot of their songs because of that. They're more like intellectual, I guess, than, your typical Lil Wayne, fuck the bitches, man, kind of song. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like plenty of Lil Wayne songs. So, sorry if I offended anyone who likes Lil Wayne. I am so offensive today, Jesus. But anyway, yeah, they have a bunch of good songs. I first heard them on Pandora. If you don't know what Pandora is, you're really missing out, because it's like a website where you put in a band and then they'll give you, or a song, and they'll give you like a radio station of stuff like that band or song. So it's a great way to like hear tons of new stuff, hear only stuff that you like, I don't know, whatever you want. It's great. They also have pre-made stuff, like you could pre-made. My friend really likes this pre-made dubstep channel. I like it too. Who doesn't like good dubstep to bang your head to? But anyway, that's the end of this video. I'll post links to all those people below, and maybe a second one will come out with rock artists. I don't know. I guess we'll see what you guys like. See ya.